Welcome back to another review, this time for the anime Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, which had 12 episodes and was airing in winter of 2026. Synopsis on any list. After the Shibuya incident, a deadly Jujutsu battle known as the Culling Games, orchestrated by Noritoshi Kamo, erupts across 10 colonies in Japan. Haunted by guilt over the mass killings in Shibuya and wary of Sukuna's interest in Fushiguro, Itadori chooses not to return to Jujutsu High. Instead, he teams up with Shozo to exercise the countless cursed spirits unleashed by Noritoshi Kamo. Amid this chaos, the Jujutsu headquarters revokes Yuji Itadori's suspended death sentence and appoints special grade sorcerer Yuta Okutsu as his executioner. Newly awakened modern sorcerers and resurrected ancient ones, now fighting as players in the Culling Games, collide with conflicting motives, driving the world once more toward an age ruled by Jujutsu. Holy wow, okay. Now, this is a very entertaining season, don't get me wrong. The action is superb, the animation is incredible. It is really entertaining. Now, as I was saying in my first impression, episode 3 was not good. Even if it did introduce a lot of stuff, it gave you all the information you needed going forward. It just took a lot out of the show. And I feel like if any other show that was not as highly rated would do that, everyone would hate it. So, I still stand by that. However, the rest of the episodes, again, action, animation is all great. The concept is really interesting. The whole Killing Games. We naturally also have the characters we learn to love, like Itadori, we have Minami, we have Yuta coming back, which is great. You also see all the characters. We have the whole side of the Jujutsu High, and there's a bunch of stuff happening there. There's a lot going on. And it is very entertaining. Now, I can't go into too much spoilers. Gonna go after I have a couple more thoughts about some stuff. However, this is only the first half, so the second half is coming, I believe, January 2027 or so. And it takes a bit until we get the full season. So far, I feel like season 2 I liked better. But that doesn't mean that with the second half, season 3 could not get there as well. Let's go to ratings, and I'm gonna yap about a couple things. And, the good old. AniList has it at 85%. My anime list has it at 8.61. Fantastic ratings. I would give it a 9 out of 10. Watch it, give it a shot. If you watch the previous 2 seasons, you get more good action, more good animation. It is, animation-wise, it is at the top of the top. It is hard to beat Jujutsu Kaisen animation. It just is really hard. And it is really well done. Now, we go into spoiler territory again. Episode 3, not that great. Again, spoiler. I really like the whole fallout of Jujutsu High. That we have Itadori, who more or less got his execution order reinstated. We have Gojo, who is supposed to be executed. We have the headmaster, or whatever his ranking was on the shopping block. There is a big power grab happening in Jujutsu High from the old guards that want to get rid of all the opposition that are a little bit more new, like Gojo. Which is really interesting. It has a bunch of payoff. We see like the headmaster being, again spoiler, being defeated and killed. We see how Maki tried, because of the episode 3, we had like a division of all the different parts we needed to do, and Maki with her fight, I did not really like the end of Mai, I believe it was her name. It did not feel very impactful for me, because we didn't really have much going on with her. We saw her in season 1 as like an antagonist, and then she was gone mostly, and then she's here and she dies in like seconds, and it's like, man, don't feel too much. Now the headmaster, Mr. I make teddies or whatever, his death was more impactful to me. It felt more impactful. We saw a little bit more. The show gave him more time. He got like 10 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever it was, where we could learn to love him, see his good side, and then he's gone, and it's like heartbreaking. There were also a couple of things that I did not like about the season. We had the whole power of the girl, the star one. That was somehow really, I'm unsure. It didn't feel that good, because the show needed to explain it like 2 or 3 times. The show itself knew this was hard to get around or get your head around, to make sense, to make it cool. You should, to be honest, you should just have the power more shrouded in mystery and be done with it. The specific didn't really matter too much. Just leave it up to imagination. It would have been better, in my opinion. We also have character-wise, there are a couple of things I did not like. I did not like the attorney. His 180, his whole, he was a killing machine, and then Itadori came, and then because Itadori is such a good guy, he did a 180, and now he's a good one again. Did not really like that. I like the fight, because his power with the gavel, awesome. Really well done. Very awesome animation. He threw the hammer, he could recall the hammer, throw it again. He can change the size of the hammer. He can change more or less how, which part of the gavel is being changed. It was a really well done fight. I just don't really like him. The whole, they have a mock, or they have like a trial, is a good concept of the, hey, I am going to debuff you because I put you on trial, I found you guilty. Then he just wanted to kill him, which I found a little bit weird, because he just went and gambled. Sure, illegal. Is it death worthy? I don't believe so. And, you know, this, fair enough. But then we have a second trial, and then it's a death sentence, but this sentence he has to do himself. Meanwhile, the sentence before, where Itadori's ability should have been taken, that one just happened. But the death sentence he has to carry out himself is a little bit weird, arbitrary. But the concept itself, I would have been totally behind if he was not too set on just killing people. Again, this is a part I don't really like. Him just wanting to kill people that are more or less bad, from what we have seen at least. The fight with the receipt guy, I do question how his abilities worked before in his last life, because nowadays we have these receipts that are really easy to carry around. You don't have that like 200 years ago. How did your power work then? And that he got defeated because he got wet is, you know, your weakness. Your weakness is water and fire. Don't you have like a container? One that is water resistant, one fire resistant. So you can, he had one little receipt in a little capsule in his mouth. Don't you, in my opinion, you should have more. It should have been more counterplay on his part. Not even talking about the car thing that was weird because the car pushed him out of the shadow again, even though he was unable to move in the shadow, and there's no friction, there's nothing, but the car can. Again, I mean, this is mostly nitpicking of the spectacle, but these are the things that stay with me, because you can't really fault the action. Action is awesome, animation is awesome, no negatives there, zero. I mean, could you do more? Sure, but at some point you can't do more, especially the fist fights. I find all the one-on-one fist fights are spectacular. I enjoy them even more than the rest because they feel raw and real. They feel like real fist fights. Those were awesome. We also had the big fight at the end with Yuta. Fantastically done. It made a lot of sense that all the people came in, and then we had the big three-way. I don't know what was going on with the cockroach. That was a little bit weird, honestly, because we defeated the cockroach, but there was like a second cockroach. He multiplied or whatever, and we just brought him in to stop the three-way domain expansion because fuck you, I guess. And then he got defeated again, which was a little bit weird. Straight up, it's like, why bring him in just to get rid of the domain expansion? But fair enough. The rest of the fight was really awesome. Again, awesome animation. It is just a really entertaining season. I am very excited for the next season. I know I'm always very nitpicky, but these things are the ones that stick with me. And there were probably a bunch of other ones that I just not remember anymore. Still, fantastic season. We will see the next season. I did enjoy season 2 more, but that was a full season, so I cannot really compare that too much. We will see whenever the second half comes out, and then we have the whole of the Culling games to then see if it holds up or is better than season 2, which I feel like is gonna be hard. However, there could be some Gojo or Schooner action coming soon.